Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bishop Archduke Dr. Robert L. Maxwell of the Prophetic Coat of Arms Ministry, Duke of Pomerania and Livonia, Colonel of the Royal Guard of Pomerania and Livonia, Field Marshal of the Prophetic Coat of Arms Ministry, and Knight of the Sacred and Military Order Emeritus of the Prophetic Coat of Arms Ministry. And today I will be doing a message called The Atheist. The passage of scripture that we'll be looking at is Psalm 14:1. Today, I'm going to get downright rugged. I'm going to do some downright rugged preaching today. I'm going to get mean. I'm going to get nasty. I'm going to get down and do some old-time rugged preaching. I'm going to get down and get nasty. Get down and get dirty. I'm going to do some old-time rugged preaching today. So, put your seatbelts on and hold on. Glory. Hallelujah. Psalm 14:1. This is out of the Authorized King James, and it reads, "To the chief musician, a praise, psalm of David. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good." Now, this passage, this verse, is written specifically to the atheist. It doesn't apply to the agnostic. It doesn't apply to others who hold to different kinds of religious beliefs. It is specifically for the atheist. Although the term was not used back then, it applies to the atheist. The verse itself makes it clear that it is to the atheist. Although in general sense of principle, we're all evil, wicked, and unrighteous, and none of us do good. But it is written specifically to the atheist. In fact, you could probably replace that word fool in that verse and put atheist in there, or atheism, because that is what an atheist is. They are a fool. They are fools. The term for an atheist in the Bible times is fool. Now, I was going to do our usual study in the continuation of the books of Samuel, but the Lord led me to do this message. The other day, or I should say yesterday, Saturday, I was out Saturday. Saturday I decided I was going to go out and hand out tracts, free DVDs, and tracts, and witness to people about the gospel of Jesus Christ. And there was an event that's taking place here in our town called the Farmers Market. It is a time in which you have vendors sell produce, food, knickknacks, etc. So there's a lot of people out, and it's, a good time to go out and witness, and I oftentimes go out and witness and go out and do my part as a person of faith to witness to people. So, I was going to do it, having got myself ready, prepared. You had a conversation going on, what I'm going to say, how I'm going to answer the questions, and the questions that might come up. Having trouble, of course, getting started, but finally got moving, and plus it was a beautiful day, and it was a nice day for a bicycle ride as well. So, I got moving, got down there, and began to hand out tracts. And while I was doing this, a lady came up to me and asked me what I was soliciting. Well, soliciting to me in my mind is selling something, and I wasn't selling anything. I was giving out a free gift of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And I told him that's what I'm doing. I'm not selling anything. She said, "Oh, you got to go over to the freedom of speech zone." I'm like, "What? Freedom of speech zone?" And I'm thinking to myself, what kind of flaky term is this? Freedom of speech zone. I've never heard of freedom of speech zone. And of course she spouted out some other flaky terms in the freedom, those who are mission orientated or have a mission or something to that effect need to go over to the freedom of speech zone. Like, what? And I told the ladies that, I don't have to go to the freedom of speech zone. The First Amendment gives me a right to do what I'm doing, and I don't need to go to the freedom of speech zone. Well, then she went further to say that city ordinance passed that during this farmer's market period of time, from the period of time from when it starts till when it ends, which is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you're not allowed to do that. You got to go to the freedom of speech zone. I told the lady, no, I don't have to do that. And the city ordinance is an unconstitutional city ordinance. It's in conflict with the state and federal law. And she says, no, it isn't. And I argued with her, talked a little bit, and she just happened to have someone standing by who is a civil rights lawyer. A civil rights lawyer. Who had ever heard of, she just happened to have a civil rights lawyer standing by to tell me how it is. That no, it isn't in conflict, no, etc., etc. And of course I argued with the lady a little bit. My Irish started to act up and my Scottish started acting up, and I was just getting upset. Of course I didn't fly off the handle, though. I was getting close. I bit my tongue, of course. and, and talking with the civil rights lady, and of course, unfortunately, I'm trying to remember some Supreme Court rulings, and I couldn't think of any. I knew there were some Supreme Court rulings, but I couldn't think of the Supreme Court rulings offhand. So, and then of course it got to the point where the lady says, well, I can give you the city ordinance, booklet or whatever they have, and you can read it. And, she gave me one of her cards, and, of course, continued to argue a little bit. And she said, well, we could have the cops tell you about it, and of course, at that point in time, I'm not going to mess with it. I don't need to end up in jail over it. And so, and I'm just upset by it, it just blew my top. Freedom of speech zone. I told the lady, you mean my freedom of speech, First Amendment rights is suspended during the period of time of the farmer's market? And of course, she didn't say, yeah, your freedom of speech is suspended during our period of time. But she pretty much conveyed it in her communication to this flaky civil rights lady who happened to be standing by to tell me what it is. And of course, I didn't have, like I said, it's not like I had a whole, a pocket full of Supreme Court rulings in my pocket. I just never expected I'd have to have like a pocket full of Supreme Court rulings in my pocket when I go out and witness to people.